Right now, as you're watching this video, emergency response teams across the Mediterranean are implementing protocols designed for events they hoped would never happen. Because 14 hours ago, Stromboli didn't just erupt, it unleashed the most violent explosion in decades, one so powerful it triggered coordinated emergency responses in Italy, Malta, and Tunisia simultaneously. I'm Irina Bondarenko, and here's what has officials terrified. This wasn't an isolated volcanic event. Seismic data reveals that Stromboli's eruption sent energy pulses through underwater fault systems, causing measurable ground movement across multiple countries. For the first time in modern history, one volcano has demonstrated the ability to influence geological systems across an entire sea basin. The implications are staggering. If a single eruption can trigger responses spanning 3 countries, what happens when the next blast is even more powerful? And why are emergency coordinators treating this like the opening act of something much more dangerous? Stromboli has earned its nickname as the lighthouse of the Mediterranean for good reason. Rising from the Tyrrhenian Sea north of Sicily, this volcanic island has been in a state of near-continuous eruption for over 2,000 years. What makes Stromboli truly remarkable is its consistency. It typically produces small explosions every 20 to 30 minutes, ejecting incandescent material up to a few hundred meters above its crater. These reliable eruptions are so characteristic that volcanologists worldwide use the term Strombolian activity to describe similar patterns in other volcanoes. The science behind this phenomenon lies in Stromboli's unique magma composition and plumbing system. The volcano's basaltic magma has relatively low viscosity, allowing gas bubbles to rise through it. When these bubbles coalesce near the surface, they burst with explosive force, creating the signature eruptions that have fascinated observers since ancient times. Archaeological evidence suggests humans have witnessed these eruptions since at least 300 BCE. The ancient Greeks believed Stromboli was home to Aeolus, keeper of the winds, while Romans called it the lighthouse of the Mediterranean, because sailors used its regular flashes of light to navigate at night. What makes Stromboli particularly dangerous is its Sciara del Fuoco, stream of fire, a horseshoe-shaped depression formed by repeated collapses of the northwestern flank. This steep slope channels erupted materials directly into the sea, and its instability poses a significant tsunami risk. Under normal circumstances, Stromboli follows a predictable rhythm. Its typical activity consists of mild explosions occurring every 20 to 30 minutes. Lava fountains reaching 100 to 200 meters above the crater. Small lava flows that rarely extend beyond the Sciara del Fuoco. Limited ash production that affects only the immediate vicinity. This reliable behavior has actually made Stromboli a popular tourist destination. Visitors hike to designated viewpoints to observe these natural fireworks displays, especially at night when the glowing ejections create spectacular scenes against the dark sky. The volcano is continuously monitored by the National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology, INGV, which maintains a comprehensive network of seismic stations, thermal cameras, gas analyzers, and deformation sensors. This extensive monitoring system has provided volcanologists with a deep understanding of Stromboli's normal behavior patterns. Prior to February 2026, the most recent significant eruptions occurred in July 2019 and August 2022, when Stromboli briefly deviated from its usual behavior with paroxysmal explosions that tragically resulted in 1 fatality and caused widespread evacuations. However, the volcano quickly returned to its typical activity pattern within days. What we're witnessing now represents a dramatic departure from Stromboli's established behavior. According to the latest report from Volcano Discovery dated February 26, 2026, the current eruption phase began with explosive activity at the upper vents in the north-central crater area. But unlike previous episodes, this eruption has shown no signs of diminishing after nearly a week. Thermal satellite imagery has detected sustained temperatures exceeding 800 degrees Celsius at multiple vents, values typically seen only during peak eruption phases. More alarmingly, infrasound detectors are registering continuous explosive activity rather than the discrete events characteristic of normal Strombolian eruptions. The INGV reports that volcanic tremor, the continuous seismic signal indicating magma movement, has increased by over 400% from baseline levels. This suggests a massive influx of new magma from deep within the Earth's crust, potentially indicating a fundamental change in Stromboli's magma supply system. What makes this situation unprecedented is the regional response. seismic stations in Malta, approximately 200 kilometers away, have detected unusual ground movements temporally linked to Stromboli's explosive phases. Similar anomalies have been recorded along Tunisia's northern coast. These synchronized responses suggest the eruption is triggering stress transfers through previously unidentified fault connections beneath the Mediterranean. Elena Moretti, INGV's lead volcanologist for the Aeolian Islands, stated in an emergency briefing, "We're witnessing what appears to be hydraulic coupling between Stromboli's magmatic system and regional fault structures. This mechanism has never been documented at this scale before." The most concerning development is the deformation pattern of the Sciara del Fuoco. Satellite radar interferometry shows the unstable slope has displaced nearly 20 centimeters in just 3 days. Movement rates typically observed over months or years. If this trend continues, a catastrophic flank collapse could generate a tsunami affecting coastal communities across the central Mediterranean within minutes. The crisis extends far beyond the immediate vicinity of Stromboli itself. The Italian Civil Protection Department has activated emergency protocols for coastal communities throughout Sicily and Calabria. Ferry services connecting the Aeolian Islands to the mainland have been suspended. Catania International Airport has implemented special monitoring for potential ash clouds that could disrupt air traffic. Marine authorities have established an exclusion zone extending 10 nautical miles from Stromboli, disrupting shipping routes through the Tyrrhenian Sea. This has already caused significant delays for commercial vessels transiting between the western and eastern Mediterranean. Perhaps most concerning is the potential impact on submarine infrastructure. The Mediterranean basin contains critical fiber optic cables connecting Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. Several of these communication lifelines pass within 50 kilometers of Stromboli. A major submarine landslide could sever these connections, disrupting internet and telecommunications across multiple continents. Energy security is also at risk. Natural gas pipelines connecting North African production fields to European markets traverse the seabed near the affected area. Disruption to these energy supply routes would exacerbate already strained European gas markets during the winter heating season. As Professor Marco Battaglia of the University of Rome explains, the Mediterranean is essentially a geological pressure cooker with complex fault systems interconnecting seemingly disparate regions. What we're learning from Stromboli's current behavior suggests these connections are more responsive than we previously understood. Stromboli's current eruption represents more than just an intense volcanic event. It's revealing fundamental connections between geological systems throughout the Mediterranean basin that scientists hadn't fully appreciated. As emergency responses continue to unfold across 3 countries, this crisis serves as a sobering reminder that Earth's dynamic systems don't respect national boundaries. The Earth Attacks monitoring team will continue tracking this developing situation around the clock, bringing you real-time updates as new data emerges. The next 48 hours will be critical in determining whether Stromboli returns to its familiar pattern or continues this unprecedented activity. If you want to stay ahead of breaking geological events like this one, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Our team analyzes seismic and volcanic data 24/7 to bring you the earliest possible warnings when Earth attacks. Drop your questions below, and remember, understanding these powerful natural forces isn't just fascinating science, it could one day save your life. This is Irina Bondarenko for Earth Attacks, where we keep watch so you don't have to.